Hi there, German Pickle here. I'm going to do another YouTube video for KLR maintenance. What we're looking at here is the temperature switch for the radiator on the KLR650 2007 and earlier. And I will show you guys how to test it to make sure it's working properly. This is an expensive part. I think they run around $80 or $90 normally. They're quite expensive and they're hard to find used. So I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot yours, so before you spend 90 bucks on replacing it, that you can be certain this is your faulty part. This one I bought off eBay, second hand. I haven't tested it yet, so before I put it into the bike I want to make sure it's working properly. I'll fade to black now and show you guys the part number as well as some of the other models that I've found use the same part. Alright, to do this job you're going to need a infrared temperature gauge. This is optional. It just makes it a little bit more fun. You're going to need a multimeter, and if you have alligator clips at the end. You're also going to need a pot, a stove, and some water. And the first thing that we want to do is the switch is normally open, so we want to make sure that it is in fact open. So I will put an alligator clip on the test lead and then one along the chassis of the switch, because that is going to complete your connection. And we're going to go to our multimeter, and we'll see that there's no conductivity here. Okay, infinite ohms. So now what we can do is we're going to place the switch into the water, into a pot of water, and we're going to turn up the heat. Alright, checking in on our pot. 65 degrees centigrade or 150 Fahrenheit. You can see we still have high resistance, so got some time to go. Should see it switch right away. The switch warms up. There we go, and then so that was at 91 centigrade, 195, and take it out. There you go. The one thing I don't like about the KLR switch versus other vehicles, for example, I've got a Porsche 944, and that switch, when it fails, it's closed. So that what ends up happening is your fan runs non-stop. I think it's kind of a flaw that this is a normally open switch, which means it does not conduct electricity. Because when this switch fails, your bike overheats. So there's a workaround about it to put a manual switch on your dash. I highly recommend you do that, just in case you find out it fails one day. Mine failed in the middle of a ride, in the middle of nowhere, in the mud. So, but I'm happy to report this switch is going to work. So my next video, once the snow melts, will be the replacement of this switch into the bike. Thanks for watching. Little bracket. Then we're going to use our 10 millimeter. Oh, that might be a 12. I think that's a 10 though. The 10 millimeter wrench. We're going to loosen that off so you can pull the cable out. Once you have it loosened, you can just use your finger